Hi, thanks for joining me on a Somatic Sunday. This practice this week is a spirited commitment to dignity. And the roots of this practice really emphasize the dignity piece of this practice. That it's all about remembering our humanity, honoring our emotions, and finding a release in a spirited way that allows us to let those emotions move. So it's not about suppressing, but it's a release. So to do this, there's a lot of different levels to this practice, but in this practice, we can either do big movement to get that emotion moving in our bodies, or we can do some contraction and release movement to allow that movement to run in our bodies. So what I'm going to demonstrate today in this practice is one that you can do, a level that you can do even at your own desk. So this is something you could actually take to school with you if you want. You can do it fairly quietly and privately, but it's one way to allow those emotions to run. And when we talk about emotions, it's those emotions that sometimes we suppress or we carry. So anger, sadness, frustration, anything that hits us during the day, and sometimes we have a tendency to stuff it because we don't want to let it manifest in public, or we feel accountable to other people's feelings. So this spirited commitment to dignity is one way for us to honor that movement, honor the emotions that we're feeling, and let that emotion move through us. So the only thing I'm going to use today, I'm going to do this seated. The only thing I'm using today is a towel. And I just grabbed a hand towel from my bathroom. And I'm going to start just by twisting it so that it's a little bit of a firm and grabbable material to use. And so as I do this, I'm going to begin the practice just by naming what I'm feeling in my body. And so in this case, there's a little bit of sadness that's showing up for me today. And I can feel that sadness in my chest. There's some tightness and tenderness, especially right around my heart. I just can feel a little bit of just sensation. There's some temperature there. There's some tingling there, and a little bit of heaviness around it too. And so I just want to honor that sadness first. I can feel some of the emotion moving up into my face. And so with that sadness, I'm going to give that sadness just an outlet and how it moves. So I'm going to start by taking the towel and just twisting it. And as I twist it, I'm just going to really feel into that sadness. And as I twist it, I'm feeling kind of the tightness move even tighter in my chest, but I'm honoring it and recognizing what it is. And now I'm going to release. And as I release, I take a breath. And as just like the towel releases, I can feel that releasing in my body as well. It's not gone, it's just moving. So I'm going to take it up a notch this time, and I'm going to twist that towel, and this time I'm going to really wrench it down, and I'm going to continually turn it. And as I do, I'm really going to feel into that space in my heart where I feel that sadness, and I'm twisting it tighter and tighter. Breathing and release. And with each release and each breath, I feel a little bit of loosening in here. And I can also feel that emotion that's coming up to my eyes, like I feel a little teary right now, which is healthy and welcoming, and we want to let that sadness run. I'm going to do it one more time. And this time as I twist and bend, I'm really just going to wrench it down. And I'm going to contract all the muscles in my body and hold it, hold it, hold it, and release. And as I let that go, I can feel that sadness now, and it's moving through my body. It's no longer holding tight in here. Like I said, I can feel a little bit rising here, but I also feel it moving through my arms. So I'm just going to shake out my fingers a little bit, shake out my arms. And the idea here isn't to make the sadness go away, because the sadness is real, but it's to honor the sadness. And the sadness is important, and it's telling me some things. But I don't have to hold that sadness. That in order for me to really be embodied in my emotions, I would just want to let that sadness run. So as I do that and that sadness becomes more alive in my body, there might be tears that follow this. There might be some writing that I do to follow this. There might be just some quiet that I do to follow this. Just to really commune with the sadness and let it be what it needs to be. So this practice is one, like I said, you can use almost anywhere. It's great for, when you feel frustration, when you feel anger, when you feel just a weight that's building inside of you that needs to be released. So as you practice this week, I invite you to try different times of day, try different things that trigger you in terms of emotions, and just really play with this release using a simple towel. Thanks for joining me.